Another weekend slash, well, my weekend, but for everyone else, it's more like Wednesday. And another one down. Always starting with a free flight. I don't want to mix things up too much. Discovered that the headset's at the max range for the appropriate orientation and alignment with the camera. So that's probably a big cause of some of the weird issues I've been experiencing with the cockpit pogo and shifting from left to right on me and stuff like that. But besides that, this is Sitrep 03, and I'm just basically telling you what's going on, giving you an update if you actually care. Feel free to say hi, what's up. I don't expect to be on here for about 30 minutes. I'll keep track of the time. Here and there, I'll just unplug and take a look. It looks alright. It looks good. I don't think I'll have any trouble. So, let's start with that update. This weekend was about as productive as my usual weekend. Not usually where I'd like to be, but day by day I'm getting closer and closer and making the changes. My diet. Woo! This will be a full 30 days. A full 30 days on a vegetarian diet. Come Friday. And that's amazing because not a lot of people apparently can actually usually bring themselves to knowingly commit to that sort of thing. And I'll say I really have noticed a difference, and I don't think it'll be just a 30-day thing for me. I think I will continue it. I believe I will. There's no reason not to. It's working well, and I'm still figuring out. I'm still learning more, like the things I can eat, and kind of coming up with my own little comfort foods and recipes to mix, and knowing what I don't like, and it's a little bit of self-discovery going on here. And I have to say I like it, and I don't know that anyone has much reason to be proud of me for anything, but I'm proud of myself for being able to really stick to it, because man, was I tempted yesterday. I just didn't know what to make. I didn't know if I had all the ingredients or anything I needed. It was just like I had a veggie chicken kind of protein, and I was just like, oh my god, when I bought this, I did not think of anything to make. What in the world am I gonna eat? No, you should just order out. It's just one day. It's no biggie. Just go ahead and do it, man. It's no problem, you know, because you stick to it anyways, and you'll just figure out what to do next time, so that you don't, you know, continue to cheat or anything. And I almost screwed it up. Said no, screw it. Figure something out. Do together some rice and got a little bit of palm sugar, like coconut palm sugar. That organic stuff, it's still sugar, but it's not too much of it. And some soy sauce, and I made me some vegetarian chicken teriyaki. And of course it didn't taste like the real thing. Of course it wasn't anywhere near as good as when I actually make chicken teriyaki. but it was good. I still have some, and it's passable. enough to eat for lunch tomorrow, and for dinner I'll probably be making like a taco stuffing. I think last time I did a taco stuffing, I overdid it with the seasoning. Yeah, I overdid it with the seasoning, which made it taste a lot more like MRE taco seasoning, or MRE taco meat and stuff like that. But this time, I think I get it. The seasoning was probably just a bit off. Kind of taco salad. Yeah, a little veggie taco salad, and of course nothing like cheese or anything. I haven't gone into making any kind of cauliflower cheese or anything like that I could throw over it. I'm thinking about stuff like that. I just kind of gotta figure out what's required in something like that. And man, there are no shadows on this cloud. This kind of gives me a very no, I messed up. Trying not to get any rain droplets. I'm cloud surfing, as some pilots would say. And it's hard to do, I guess, going directly down where all that light is striking the cloud. Internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. And I say, why? Give me back my connection. Give me back my connection. Give it back. It should be sufficient. All I've got on is this video game and some Spotify. Nothing else. My phone may be a little hyperactive because my email is synced to it now, but that shouldn't be screwing my internet up too bad. My internet quality is usually great. I don't have any outrageous downloads going on, except maybe for Firewall, because Firewall seems to update every single day, even though I'm going to get on there one day and they're not going to have anything new on it. But hopefully this is still going. Let me say that the big new things are, I filled out the application for my FA medical certificate, and my class 1 physical is scheduled. It's like a few weeks, it's like a week or two in the future, but it's there. It's a thing. Yeah, but it's there. It's a thing. And I just gotta show up, pay the piper, go through that, and the next focus would be on books and supplies. It's gonna be very interesting because I'm paying for all of this out of pocket. Follow that curve, yeah. This is my new challenge, is figuring out what airspeeds to use to have certain levels of maneuverability. Yeah, after you hit Mach 2, basically you lose a lot of maneuverability. You still have a decent amount, around 1.25, 1.5 Mach, but it really deteriorates after you go to Mach 2.
Caution.
Maybe 1800, maybe 1.8.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
You know, just learning how much stick control you lose at certain speeds. And flying the circle is a great way to find out. 1800.
Caution.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the yoke all the way back. You know, I still have quite a bit of maneuverability. And then now I've gone past Mach 2. And well, no, even at full aft. Stick full aft. This isn't that bad at all. Let's see, we're flying a circle. Okay, 2.2. Never mind, maybe this is just way more maneuverable than I thought. And I've been easing off because it's hard to control the up and down, the altitude, the elevation.
Caution.
Yeah. So it's just more maneuverable than I thought, and it was just bad control. Like maybe I wasn't visualizing the control and paying attention to my HUD enough to make it happen. It's actually kind of a crazy feat, and that's like, man, I commend fighter pilots for being able to do that. Monitor airspeed, altitude, then your angles and your heading and all that at the same time, you know, or looking at that heads-up display. Yeah, even while just doing a freaking circle like that. But stick full aft, I still have quite a bit of maneuverability. Wow, I did not realize that. So, the physical is scheduled. It's a thing. I'm going at doctor's office, and I should be able to pass a class 1, which is the grade of physical for the medical card that you need in order to fly commercially and professionally. Then it'll be book supplies. It'll cost me roughly $200 for the study books and a few specialty items like, you know, log books and protractors for maps. But it's not gonna be a headset or anything like that. There will be other things that I'll have to spend that money on. It's just not gonna hop into any missions just yet. I'm just gonna continue to monitor the time.
This one, sort of.
But that's something I never checked. Is when I press the button, does the hand on the yoke, the stick, does the hand on the stick press the button too? I never checked that. Nope, sure doesn't.
Caution. Pull up.
If I get that low in altitude, I think 600. Probably about as fast as I want to go. Power lines. But that too, and figuring out how much to pull back to maintain that level flight with the rudder in play. You know, if you're rudder right, full rudder, you know, how much you have to pull that stick to neutralize it. Because what'll happen is if you're at an angle like that, you're doing a flat turn, but you're banking that wing. Now, why is that significant? My guess would be for the sake of control, because now You don't have to pull back on the stick so much, you can just kind of rest it. Or you don't have to control so much that stick on your pull. You don't have to pull back, you still get a turn out of it. That's really controlled and kind of set. I don't know, it's kind of like using a T&E on a machine gun. Like, yeah, if you go to a bipod and you freaking start unleashing hell with your freaking machine gun, yeah, you're gonna get rounds downrange, and you can even be accurate with it, but you're gonna have to fight that machine gun a hell of a lot harder to put rounds where you want to put them accurately and consistently than you would with terrain and elevation lock-in. It's just how it works. If you have T&E on there, you still have to fight the machine gun just a little bit, but you'll freaking put rounds where they need to be and consistently. Well, it's the same thing. You'll get a turn out of it. It'll be controlled and stable, and you'll have good visibility out of either side you're turning to, you know, and you know, you won't have to worry so much about how hard you're pulling on the stick. You just gotta kind of figure out the sweet spot. And also probably for formations, I'm guessing. If you're flying formations and, you know, someone's giving you a command, you know, this, you know, or they're giving you like a heading, like, you know, and they want you to keep an altitude, you know, like altitude 400, freaking bearing 2905, you know, bearing 2905, boom, you know, you figure out that maintain that 400 and stop at 2905 really easy, you know, or close at least. I'm not good at it, obviously, because I don't train myself on here or anything like that for formation flying or just to hold a specific bearing. Can't go full simulator when you put me by myself. But you know, but if you roll a full 45, I mean a full fucking 90, you know, if you roll a full 90 degrees and try to turn a perfect circle to where you need to turn, like, you're gonna need to really watch your up and down more, and you're fighting gravity more, you got more rudder input, and you're watching your stick input more, and you're probably losing track of some details. And there's probably some other physical elements to that as well, but that's kind of why I practice that. Why you'll see me turning at a 45-degree bank, you know, and just watching the HUD while I track altitude and speed, and doing these really slow turns. And I kind of use the engines. What I'm hearing is a audio cue for like just how much I'm pushing it, if I'm maintaining, if I'm accelerating or decelerating, how much power I'm actually giving it, which is interesting because I wonder if pilots have to do the same thing. Back on to my pilot journey. Man, I'm nervous. The reenlistment date approaches ever closer, and I've got to commit at some point to making a decision on what branch I want to go to, because I'm staying in the military. What branch do I want to go to? I want to stay National Guard? Do I want to go reserves? Do I want to go full-time? Who do I want to fly for? I want to fly for the Air Force, the Navy, or the Marines. So all of them use the fighter jets that I want to fly, and that's kind of a decision that's got to happen a little quicker than I would like. I'd say real quick, because I'm not going to be thinking about the new issues that are going to spring forth, or the new things to focus on that are going to spring forth. When that time comes, I'm going to be thinking about immediate deals, events, and I'm going to be thinking about current issues, you know, How much money do I have? Do I need to go for groceries? You know, have I had any fun lately? You know, is there a cute girl that I want to ask out? You know, I'm gonna be thinking about some different things by the time that approaches. But nevertheless, yeah, that's something I'm going to be thinking about. Knife edging. That's an interesting, like, little talent there too, is the idea of knife edging and holding a strict altitude and flying a completely straight line. Man, that's insane. That's insane. But of course, when you're doing something like that, you've got other aircraft for feedback around you, and you probably also got people in your ear telling you stop fucking up and fly, you know, straighten up and fly right. See, look at that. Now it's natural for me to fly around and hold that bank and keep things level. As I bank, I know about how much rudder to give it, and I know when I'm off, and I can look and see it's like I'm within 2.5 degrees of level, and just by eyeballing and using the terrain and the nose, bobbing up and down. Of course, doing that at faster speed is another degree, but it's like, yeah, there's some muscle memory to it. That decision on which to go with is, that's pressing me a little bit. I'm thinking about it more and more every day as I go through this. And now what? I gotta think about the idea of, once I get a private pilot's license, how am I going to keep my hours up? How am I going to keep my time logged? Does military flight time count towards an upgrade in the license, you know, with instrument ratings and multi-engine ratings? Or am I going to have to log additional flight hours? And so then is it safer for me to go the guard or reserves route? It's just kind of like, I have to think now a lot more about these things. These are questions I should probably ask a recruiter, which is my new deal. I need to figure out when I'm going to go see a recruiter, but then to do that, like, I've also got to continue to nail my discipline, which is something I'm still working on. Right after I get done flying here, I'm going to take apart my computer so I can get that back up and running, so I can do taxes. And so I know I'm late on my tax returns due to just having to actually revamp my entire lifestyle. And man, it's caused me to have some lazy days, like my Tuesdays and a little bit of my Monday nights, but the stance that I continue to strive toward doing things. Oh, I hate those stands. That's the crazy thing about being in this simulation is like, or this VR is like, I can see the stuff they're using to work on these planes, and I'm like, oh, I hate that stand, or I hate that tug, but those tugs are so old. But yeah, I'm gonna have to really get some things in order and work on some things. It won't be easy. Won't be easy at all. Won't happen quickly. gonna take a lot of effort. Below these clouds. Okay. I don't like how dark those clouds are getting. Oh boy. Dangers of low altitude flying revealed. Which, you know, it's like low elevation and low altitude aren't the same thing. So I guess I can still call it low altitude. Or did I just say something stupid? Like, this is probably considered low altitude, but not low elevation. Because you are probably hundreds of thousands of, or not hundreds of thousands, yeah, hundreds of thousands of feet maybe. Or no, what the fuck am I saying? Holy shit. Maybe not hundreds, but like tens of thousands of feet in the air. You know, because you're flying in between mountains. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. I'm still harping on myself. That was kind of dumb. I must be really tired. But, there we go. That's why I turned that map on, as opposed to the others.
Caution.
I don't turn it too far out, one, because then it's harder to see the boundary. Imagine having to do that with the fucking G-load on you. Good God. Having to hick, having to... You know, fucking fight just to breathe. You know, like right now, you're probably just, you're feeling a light G-load and you're just like, you're breathing, you're... But then as soon as you start that turn, you know, you start putting yourself under that stress.
Caution. Caution. Pull up.
And you know, freaking, and you start to lose consciousness. Oh my goodness. It's a whole new level. It's a whole new level of being able to perform aviation. Is when you've got to perform against the elements under stress. In a mission, in a combat scenario, in a mission, an operational environment. Man. It's like really fighter pilot, military people. We're badasses. We're badasses. I forget that sometimes. I'm just being honest about the things that they ask us to do. I forget sometimes that being in the military does make you a little bit of a badass. Doing what you do in the military, for real, doing your job, makes you a badass. Not doing your job in the military, sometimes you can't help it. But you're a badass, you really are. And
Caution. Pull up.
barrel rolling at freaking Mach 2. So cool. You begin to recognize it after a while. I can't even imagine how familiar you become with the Hornet when you're actually flying it. Like, you can actually feel the differences in speed and altitude and your orientation, your pitch and roll, like when you actually feel it. Oof. Ease off on the afterburners just so I can not have the rumbling of the engines. Not that I don't like it, it's just like, it's just kind of like static after a while, you know, white noise. I don't want to get used to that. Man. this is cool. Just being in VR, just kind of playing with the basic controls. Doing it in a simulator would probably be even more insane. But doing it in real life, and seeing people doing this stuff at the airport, flying in these, and taking off, and circling around and whatnot, that's amazing stuff. That's amazing stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put this into mission mode. I'm just gonna do the second mission so I can get my gunfighting practice in. Stay handy, stay familiar, stay warm, and because it'll be the last little bit of video gaming I do for another 5 days, or for another 5 days or whatever. Nose back to the grindstone. Man, this stuff is always cool. It's always fun. Can't wait till I'm just a little bit closer to doing this in real life. Oh man.
Caution, caution, pull up. Caution.
But yeah. I'd rather stay close to the mountain, knowing I can see where the mountain is. Fly into those nice, deep, dark clouds, not knowing what the hell is right in front of me. Just mere seconds beyond eyesight. And just outside of what I can see, man. Oof, that's gotta be scary.
Caution alert. Caution alert. Caution.
Yeah. It stops at 80. I don't think it goes any. 85. It's 85 degrees. We got a full 90. There's 90. I hate how it just flips. The only way you'd probably know which way how your 90 is, it probably turns sideways. It just goes perpendicular to your altitude indicator. But yeah, that is awesome stuff. Look at that. The horizon looks like it's boiled. The sun right there. Mr. Sun. Mr. Sun, how you doing?
Stall warning.
I wanna know what you got to say. I wanna know what you got to say. I wanna know what you got to say. I can tell you taste like the sky.
Alright. One more for the
You look like grain.
for my next.
You look look like rain. You look like rain. You look like rain. You look like rain.
Just ease into the night. Just for today. Usually I go ace, balls to the wall, and oh yeah, let's shoot for S rank, but I don't think I have time for that. Let me check the time. Yeah, I don't have time for that. It's just something I can complete at a decent amount of time and effort. You know, it's not going to be too easy, but it's definitely not going to be hard. Well, I say that, but then I'm going to fuck around and underestimate it and fail. It's not me. I'm not putting that out there in reality. I'm just saying that that's usually what happens when people say it's not going to be hard. Oh, it's going to just, you know, one more down and back. Yeah, not hard at all. And then you're freaking on the court, probably convulsing, dehydrated. You know, not that I've done that before. I've never been a heat cat or anything, but you know, I'm sure that's what goes through people's heads. Like, oh, I'll be fine. I don't need to drink so much water. And then they heat cat, they collapse, and they convulse, and they pass out. Let me change the tone now.
B-52 is making an emergency landing. Clear the runway. Prioritize Mobius 1.
I'm going up first.
Good. You can launch together. Mobius 1, formation takeoff. Pull up next to the Viper 2.
That'll work.
Mayday, mayday, mayday!
Coming down. Look out. Look. His altitude is too low.
Claymore 2 crash! Extinguish the flames.
This is Sky Eye. Do you read? Take off first, then we're going to launch the AWACS after you.
Oh no, that is it.
It'll be a sitting duck.
Yeah. They're not
Secure
there.
air
They
superiority.
survive that. Fuck. I don't know why I laughed about that. Morbid humor now. Thanks to the army. Like, yeah, I didn't make it out of that.
Bomber inbound! Go around, go around!
It's not something I would laugh about in real life, but it's not for real. Alright. 300.
Caution.
Mobius 1, altitude restriction lifted. Excellent takeoff. We're counting on you.
Interceptors inbound. You idiots are late. This is Viper 2. Bandit quiet.
Let's keep it at 600.
All aircraft cleared hot.
Come on down here, buddy.
This is Sky Eye,
here,
requesting
buddy.
takeoff clearance.
Denied. Not
Yeah,
clear.
get on down here, buddy. Let's
Copy
go.
that tower.
You gonna engage?
Those moves are blurred.
Not gonna engage?
Locked on.
Landed in my sight. Evasive action. Break away.
There's my alarm.
This is Viper 2. Attack missed. Mobius 1, standing on your stick.
Bandit on your thing.
Missile.
Damn it.
Missile.
Viper 2.
Missile.
Viper 2, behind bandit. Missile incoming. Breaking. Locked.
You know what? I'm gonna restart that. Just because of this little thing here. He's my buddy, he's my friend, this alarm. But I'm trying to close out. Oh man, that's gonna make some noise too. I'm trying to close out the night. I'm gonna shake this motherfucker so it turns off too. It's just telling me, hey, you hit your backstop. It's time to get ready for bed. Alright.
Attacking from the
I'm gonna restart. readjust the headset since I kind of have to mess around with it.
B-52 is making an emergency landing. Clear the runway. Prioritize Mobius 1.
Hype up for this.
Good. You can launch
Guns
together.
up.
Mobius 1, formation takeoff. Pull up next to the Viper 2.
Taking off. Landing.
Coming down. Look out. Look. Its altitude is too low.
Claymore 2 crash. Extinguish the flames.
This is Sky Eye. Do you read? Take off first, then we're going to launch the AWACS after you.
It'll be a sitting duck.
All my little
Secure air
little
superiority.
adjustments.
Mobius 1, take off at once.
Sticking in nice and tight.
Because of the mess. Bomber
Thrust
inbound.
column,
Go
good
around, go
forward.
around.
Coming down.
Got my elbow back. It doesn't do a damn. So fun. $300.
Caution.
Mobius 1, altitude restriction lifted. Excellent takeoff. We're counting on you.
Interceptors inbound. You idiots are late. This is Viper 2. Bandit acquired.
All aircraft cleared hot.
Just below the clouds.
Mobius 1, you've been spiked.
This is Sky Eye, requesting takeoff clearance.
Denied. Not clear.
You. Why are you sitting back there?
Copy that, tower.
They're seeming. Be alert.
Omega 11.
My low man is mine.
A bandit has a lock on you.
Oh, he's coming right back at me.
Missile.
Viper 2, Fox 2.
Missile.
Attack failed. Breaking lock. Enemy on your tail. Missile inbound.
Omega 11, attack mid.
Really
Viper 2, I've been spiked.
indicator.
Firing.
Locked.
Go lead on me.
Locked on
See you.
enemy. Bandit on your six.
He wants me to increase my speed to chase him.
Those latecomers can really move. Escaping lock. Breaking.
On the bandit 6, fine.
He's doing really good at keeping me just out of reach.
Enemy on your tail. Enemy on your tail.
Not counting on me actually being decent at maneuvering.
Viper 2, Fox 2.
Fox 2.
Viper 2, enemy missile incoming.
Missile.
This is Viper 2,
Missile.
attack mid.
Missile.
Enemy got away. I'm going after him.
Viper 2, behind bandit.
Missile.
Mobius 1, missile incoming.
Enemy behind you. On your six. Stay alert. Breaking lock.
I don't think I usually get this close.
Enemy at the
But I
lock.
must be getting better at following.
I'll take care of the last bandit.
You say that.
Okay, I'm
In
behind
fact,
enemy.
you say that every
Going
time.
down. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Locked on.
Damn it, he got away.
Man, Mega Man.
Evasive action.
What a
Break
game that
away.
was.
Enemy has a lock on
That
me.
game needs a classic revival. Ooh, here we go. Ooh. There it is.
Stay alert.
Hi, yo-yo.
On your six. Stay alert.
Okay, Fox 2.
That was for Greymouth 2. Enemy confirmed. Omega 11. Let's get him. Can't see any allies. Some skilled interceptors might be left. Advise step. My plane's sluggish. Go around!
This is Sky Eye. It'll be impossible to defend the base if we can't detect the enemy. They're requesting takeoff clearance.
Copy.
You know,
You
it's
are
like,
cleared for takeoff.
isn't that insane to think
Copy that,
about?
tower.
Think about the munitions these guys use.
Attention here.
And most
Missile.
missiles are traveling.
The enemy launched the missile.
Missile.
Viper 2, heading for the cloud. Behind you. Section 6.
Missile.
Attack evaded.
Mach 1.5.
Attacking. Watch out, bandit on your 6. How did it get bad so fast? Locked. Bandit sight.
Missile.
Omega 11, Fox 2. Fox 2.
Missile.
Mobius 1, the enemy launched a missile. This is Viper 2. Attack missed. Breaking to escape lock. Drop down and speed up. We're gonna take them all. Omega 11, locked on bandit. You got
Closer.
enemy. Omega 11, Fox 2.
Missile.
Enemy acquired.
Missile.
Missile, break,
Missile.
break. Got the
Missile.
enemy in my sight. Enemy evaded.
Showing in my back.
Hold back. Mobius 1, you've been
There we go.
spotted.
Give me that lift vector.
Missile. Missile.
Oh man, he's trying. He is trying to support his boy.
Watch your tail, bandit. Watch your tail. Bandit acquired.
What is this?
Missile.
Omega 11, behind the
Call
enemy.
warning.
Get off my ass! Break! Break! A bandit has a lock on you. Bandit locked
Missile.
on. Let's see how they like this.
Missile.
I've got this. Attacking.
You're
My
next.
wings are icing up. Fox 2. You've got one behind you. Rabbit, lean on his tail.
Missile.
Enemy evaded. Enemy's got a lock. Breaking. Watch your tail. Omega 11, behind the enemy. Bandit splashed. Mobius 1 got another one.
Damn right.
Viper 2, Fox 2. Omega 11, attack missed.
Altitude restriction lifted.
Copy that, tower.
Sky Eye, what's your gadget range?
Just around the base. My altitude's still low. All enemy aircraft confirmed down. Radar detection range has expanded. Picking up enemy ground forces in area around East Substation. That substation powers the base. Defend the substation immediately.
Alright. Thanks, Sam.
Find shelter and hide.
Come on, give me the lock.
Mobius 1, locked on.
Gun.
Target destroyed.
Best. Oh wow. Come on.
Fox 2.
Enemy aircraft spotted. Prepare anti-aircraft.
Oh. What's that? What is that? Can't
Mobius
tell
1,
what it
anti-ship
is.
missile fired.
Missile.
Mobius 1, the enemy fired a missile.
Keep attacking aircraft! All we need to do is slow them down.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Half of the units taken out.
The substation was hit and the control building was damaged. Have the substation check status.
How did they manage to tear down our numbers so fast?
One bomb was still
Command, the situation is bad.
Target destroyed.
Telling me that this shit's on the way.
In gun range.
That's the thrum of our blade.
Control. Yeah, I had to confirm that. It's like, what is
Enemies
going
after
on
the
with them?
substation have been destroyed.
Aren't the LASM supposed to go above the target and dive down onto it?
Make sure you're extra careful when you turn the electricity back on. Those guys are putting their lives at risk protecting us. Let's get this place back online.
7.
Wait, what's this? All aircraft, the base is under attack from enemy ground units. Return immediately.
You're next.
It seems this was the enemy's objective all along.
80 tank. 9. Let off.
Something appeared on radar. Enemy reinforcements are approaching the base. Take them down.
All aircraft, prioritize air superiority. We can beat them.
I can hear aircraft. They must have found our position. Prepare the AA!
Don't let them damage more. If we lose the base, it's all over. Getting out of the rocket. Breaking.
Missile launched.
Hit whatever's furthest away first.
We can't take much more of this! No, it's not resistance from the base. The enemy sent one of their best pilots.
Target sunk.
Missile.
Missile closing.
Missile. Missile.
Okay, then.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy escaping. I'm
Enemy
on it.
heroes.
Abandoned vehicle! This thing's had it!
Missile.
Captain,
Missile.
we're taking heavy fire. Should we continue our assault?
Mobius 1,
Yes. If we take that base, we are.
watch your traffic fire supply.
Missile.
The defense is on the ropes.
Missile. Missile.
Forward!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I've got this. Attacking.
Behind the enemy.
Fox 2. Fox
You
2.
guys are
Missile.
dead.
Get out of there.
Mobius 1, bandit behind you.
Missile. Missile.
Attack missed.
Missile.
There are no more enemy ground units. Shoot down all bandits that haven't withdrawn.
Missile.
Okay. I'm behind the enemy.
Missile.
He's going down.
Missile.
I'm behind the enemy.
Missile.
Missile incoming.
Missile.
Enemy locked on. All
Missile.
enemy helicopters down.
Missile.
Bandit in my sight.
Missile. Heroes. Missile.
Enemy on your tail. Caution.
Missile.
Mobius 1. Bandit closing.
Missile.
Mobius 1. The enemy launched the missile.
Missile.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
Mobius 1 destroyed our
Oh, what
bandit.
kind of...
Nice work.
3 to go.
Yeah, one pilot. We're getting beat by one guy.
Missile. Missile.
Force 2. Damn it. The base still has AA guns.
We need reinforcements now.
Stall warning.
Viper 2 to base. Respond.
Missile.
Viper 2, focus on air support.
Missile.
Roger that. Enemy missile. Evade.
Missile.
One bandit remaining.
Omega 11.
Missile.
Not about to let Mobius 1 have all the fun.
Omega 11. Behind the enemy.
You're gonna be a gun kill.
Lost too many allies.
There it goes.
Yeah!
I lost too many allies. Yeah, right.
The enemies attacking the base were completely
How about that
eliminated.
shutter? Yeah. Group hug, group hug, group
Well, we
hug.
had an amazing pilot, too. Let's see him try that again. Sky Eye, thanks for the air support. Tell the interceptor unit that we appreciate their work.
Understood. But the guy who got us into the sky is the real MVP behind this victory.
Clear the runway debris. We can't have our base defenders crashing on landing. Mobius 1, I'll provide your landing guidance. Clearing of the runway is complete, but keep an eye out for debris. 1,500 meters to the runway. Reduce your speed.
are right on course. Maintain current heading.
Pitch the nose up. Just, oh. Yeah. No, that was good. I lost a pretty good amount of speed.
Landing confirmed. That's a perfect landing, Mobius 1.
Perfect.
Thanks for the excellent work. Rest up until the next mission.
Impressive, Mobius 1. The other pilots will follow your example.
Fun. With that being said, good night, my subscriptors. And a happy new week. I'm just being silly. Yeah. Oh man. Wish me luck. Next Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be doing another Sitrep. B rank. It's much better than I usually do. I usually just barely make C. And that's just because I'm doing the whole guns thing, but I was also on normal, so the time constraints were the same. Yeah. But yeah, good night. Next time I'm on, maybe I'll fly the F-22.